New survey shows that Mormon support for same-sex marriage has doubled in the last decade. A surprising new report from the Public Religion Research Institute this week finds that the Latter-day Saints, otherwise known as Mormons, are still more conservative than the nation, but show dramatic broadening of support for LGBTQ+ issues. The dramatic changes come for same-sex marriage, where in 2011, just 23% of Mormons supported legal gay marriage, otherwise known as marriage. The Mormons spent the lion's share of funding to defeat California's Prop 8 that reversed gay marriage in California. The new survey shows that has doubled today with 46% support. The Mormon Church involvement in California's Prop 8 galvanized the LGBTQ and progressive communities in California and then set off a wave of new state recognition of gay marriage, ultimately leading to the Supreme Court in 2015's decision. Of importance, opposition to gay marriage in the church has dropped 20 points, with now less than a third of all Mormons opposing LGBTQ marriage in America. When it comes to non-discrimination toward LGBTQ Americans, Mormons are actually even more supportive than the nation as a whole. Among Americans in general, 79% say they are in favor of laws that would protect lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people from discrimination in jobs, public accommodations, and housing. The new report with Mormons shows support is actually 5 points higher at a breathtaking 84%. Gigantic progress for equality in the last 10 years. Well, I think it's amazing. I'd like to bike with the guys that always bike around. That's all I can think of when I think of Mormons. I'm so cliche. I just think of the guys on the bikes, and I want them to come to my door and have a porn plot.
I mean, this is one of those things where, like, there's so much good. We needed some hope in today's newscast, I think, and that's one of them. And that is give people room to grow, right, and to do better.
Here's the hope, and I agree with you completely. 2 words: Mitt Romney.
Yeah.
The reason this story is so gigantically important is the radical GOP of the culture war that we're talking about, the story that we're getting ready to report on from you at the Washington Post, is a ticking clock. The ticking clock of this story indicates that 5 years from now it's going to be better, 10 years from now it's going to be better. And as it continues to improve, there's going to be more and more Mitt Romneys, and even more so, that are going to say, what are you talking about in the ridiculousness of the sexual identity politics that you're trying to sell Americans? And they're going to reject them. The GOP has a time-sensitive end date. That's what this story proves.
So if the Mormons are now supporting us, does that mean in the future I can have 10 wives?
You can barely handle one at the moment, from what I hear. And
wow.
He's telling the truth.
And I think it's a statement on just what has happened with the GOP and religious extremism in the first place. 10 years ago, Mitt Romney was the worst case scenario, and Salt Lake City was nothing. Now he's the voice of reason in the GOP, and people have timeshares in downtown Salt Lake.
Yeah, exactly. With a gay mayor of Salt Lake City. Yeah.
Wow.
LGBTQ+ news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBT